Chase Lee Hockey, Blue Futon, out of the Netflix where we have Athena, Greek mythology in France. Does it work? We are about to find out. So Athena, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. We have, I want to say, a part of France with the housing isn't the greatest. And what do you know? The cops, quote unquote cops, killed someone in that block. And now the block is absolutely going crazy with a bunch of fireworks. Don't know where the fireworks came from, but now it's cops versus Athena, which Athena, that's not really, Athena's kind of like a battleground, but the cops versus the people in the block. Who's going to win? Who actually killed this person? So, did I like this film? It was okay. I think it's one of those movies that starts off so strong, then about 45 minutes left in the movie, it dips. It dips extremely hard. And you're just like, okay, what are we actually trying to do with this film? And the very end just feels so cheap. Everything about this movie, like, I want to say it doesn't feel cheap. The cinematography, the action set pieces, you feel the chaos. But at that 45 minutes left in the movie, something happens and it just takes a complete nosedive, in my opinion. So with that, I will give the positives of the movie first. The positives are the camera work, the chaos, and the cinematography. The CCCs, the triple C's of this one. So the camera work. Absolutely, they try to do as many one takes as possible, following people, doing dialogue with some of these characters. And it is fun to watch them just going through absolute obstacles of how they're going to get through different situations with the people in the neighborhood, as well as the people, aka the cops. Chaos. You feel the absolute chaos. Even though the more you think about the chaos, yeah, you're in it. You're like, oh shit, there's some great cinematography with another scene of them like going through the neighborhoods, fireworks, fire, smoke, and it completely works with the chaos, camera, and cinematography. There's some decent acting in this movie as well, but I think this is one of the movies where it has so much style, but the substance just isn't there. So before I talk about the negatives, here's a word from our sponsors. I think, do you like movies? Do you like art? Do you like stuff made in the USA? Then I got a product for you. Movie Palette. It is absolutely gorgeous artwork. Look at this. Ooh, ah. It doesn't give you any justice. Let's give you a closer image. So Movie Palette, how does it work? These are created by a team of artists who carefully choose colors for our canvases paintings. First, the most common color of every scene in the movie is found. Colorful stripes are then put on a canvas in chronological order from left to right. The length of each strip represents the length of a scene in the movie. So, oh my gosh, how do you not like one of these? These are so cool, so hip, and everything is amazing. Even if they don't have a movie that is on their website, they will create one for you. Bonkers! Absolutely fantastic art. This is going to go behind me. You're going to see it in future videos for sure. So, do you want one? Do you want extra 15% off? Super easy. Use Chasing15 at the checkout. Chasing15, you get 15% off your entire order. Thank you, Movie Palette, for sponsoring this video and channel. To me, the negatives are just more of me feeling like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Not because the person died, the 14-year-old or 15-year-old in the fields, which when you realize what actually occurred, like I said, it just feels very cheap. It just feels like so stupidly social commentary-esque, where you're just like, this whole movie is like, it's a right-wing group or right-wing group. But when you look at stuff in America and stuff happening around the world, the people that are doing the violence really aren't the right-wing groups, the extreme right. It's mostly the extreme left that are bashing people on the heads with bike locks and shooting people in the straight cold blood. So it's just like, this writing is just very just one-dimensional, and that's very faulty with this movie, because you're just like, you could have so many different layers of this movie, and it does different layers of like, okay, we're getting a little bit more of this character and their background and what they've been going through. Okay, now we can discuss this character and his background and what he's going through. But then something just randomly happens. Like I said, at that 45 minutes left in the movie, it just takes a nosedive. There's also a person that was like doing tulips or dandelions, which is super cool. But then at the very end, it completely goes to like he's a pyromaniac and knows how to do almost everything, like blow shit up so it's just like random characters that are just like that doesn't match anything that was happening in the beginning of the movie. And like I said, the 45-minute mark, so many different characters just completely do a 180. You're just like, something doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense. And I understand what they're trying to do. Social commentary, political commentary, police violence, etc., etc. But this is just so much on a scale of like 100, where it's like, calm down. Like, are you really going to go through people's homes, kick them out of homes because you are mad? Why am I supposed to feel good for you when people are trying to live their lives and you're being violent towards them and throwing their personal property off the roof, and then you just ruining people's lives because of your personal gain? Not even personal gain, but just your selfishness. It's just like, am I supposed to feel sorry for you at the point? Yeah, I'm sorry this happened to you, but it's like, you're making everything worse. Escalation never gets better, never goes right. There's no level-headedness in this movie at all. And that's the other thing. We're just like, okay, every character's at 100. We need to tone it down a little bit, but there is no toning down in this film. And lastly, fireworks. How do they get this many fireworks? I've never seen this many Roman candles on the biggest fireworks stand in America, like in Alabama or Texas. I've never seen that many Roman candles. So where the hell is this block getting this many fireworks? So baffled, so confused. So overall, Athens is very much the definition of style over substance. Camera, chaos, cinematography. The 3 C's absolutely work in this movie. However, character choices, confusion, we're just doing complete C's. What other some good C's are in this movie? Chivalry is not in this movie. Chasing. There's a lot of chasing in this movie. Also, where did that white horse come from? Like, you gotta climb up with fire ladders to get up to their level. But there's a horse up there. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense the more you think about this movie. Like I said, 3 C's are good. Everything else, you're just like, it just feels cheap. It's like, I understand the message you're doing, and it's just complete cheap shots. And it's just like, I'm not about the cheap shots. So Athena will receive a 2 out of 5 Futons, which equals at 50%. The more I think about the ending of this movie, the more I'm like, it's a made-up boogeyman again. This movie is another made-up boogeyman. So let's see what the critics' news scores give this one. Critics, we have a 82%. Audience score is 68%. 50 critics, 100 audience. Here's critic consensus. Although it may arguably fail to do justice to its deeper themes, Athena makes for electrifying, hard-hitting viewing in the moment. Sure, maybe the first 30 minutes it was complete hard-hitting. I'm like, okay. But then the more you realize where the movie's going, you're like, it's the boogeyman with fireworks. Simple as that. 40, 68, 62, 82. Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you think it's Futonopia. You Blue Futon, thank you for watching. Have a great day. And thanks to the sponsor. I think we only need like 65 more subscribers. And one of those can be yours. Well, why wouldn't you subscribe at this point then? I love you all!